Alright guys, it's finally that time of the year. Spirit stuff finally dropped, and we are here. Alright guys, it's been a while. And first, before we get into this video, I want to talk about where I've been. I've been kind of just busy with school. Now I'm on summer break, obviously, but I was supposed to post more videos. I was supposed to post my Art the Clown unboxing and my Bobby Strings unboxing, and I also got Cotton Candy Dan Halloween Day, but I got it without the box. I got it set up, so I didn't do that. But yeah, so rather than that, I haven't really been doing much, and as you know, lots of stuff has came out for Spirit, whether leaks or not. We should be getting manual leaks soon. I'm not sure, but rather than that, the wave 1 of Spirit Halloween dropped, and we're gonna do a tier list. Alright, well, let's start with Electrified Corpse, which is a 2016 prop, if I'm not mistaken. And honestly, he's pretty cool. I'm glad he's back. Definitely a weird pick, in my opinion, because he's not like too he's not too popular, but I think he's actually a really cool prop. His detail's good, but he did get nerfed a bit. I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of blood on him as last time, but hey, it still looks good. The movement is fine for what it is, and I think I will put this in between A or B tier. It's definitely not an S, and it's definitely not a mid tier. Alright, I guess they added Pennywise because he's back, but online. I don't know if I'll include him, but we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna put Electrified Corpse at a B tier. I think that's just one way to start off. He's cool. He doesn't have too much going on. He's detailed pretty cool. I'm glad he's back. He's definitely lacking some blood. If there's more and he still had that little limp on his arm, then I would put in A. But I think B tier is fine for what he is. He doesn't have too much going on around him, and I think he's just great. But next is Mutant Sewer Rat, and this one's pretty interesting because in my opinion, this is the only prop this year that looks like actually fits with the Subway's theme, which is pretty funny. But his movement is pretty basic. It's just him moving his head, but he is really detailed. He's only 4'2". He's 230, which in my opinion is not a terrible price for him. I think it should be like 200 or like 180 though. But obviously if you just use the 20% off discount, you'll probably get him for a good price. And Electrified Corpse for B150 is also fine to me. I forgot to let you know. By the way, I'm going off of the movement, the audio, and overall looks, and the price. Those 4. So, yeah, next, so, Mutant Sewer Rat, I actually really like him. He's probably, one of my favorites that I've seen. Probably my second favorite from this list, maybe my first from this wave. I think he belongs in A tier, but in my opinion, overall, it could probably change to an S tier, but I think A tier is more safe for him. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I really like him. It's pretty detailed. The price is fine, I guess. Definitely is a little bit overpriced, but as you know, that's just kind of how Spirit is in general. So yeah, I think I like him. I think that's a perfect spot for him. Okay, next is probably the only prop in this whole wave that I generally don't like, and that is Night Owl. We thought it was gonna be called Owl Beast, but I guess not. So, and Night Owl kind of fits it more. And this prop just lacks a lot. It's really lackluster. Honestly, it's going to F tier. I would give it justice for D tier. Maybe if I see in person, it'll go up a bit. But I don't know. The wings look really lazy. It's pretty weird though, because SVI has made pretty cool wings. We all thought it was gonna be a Desmodus reskin, and honestly, that would have been way better. One thing I do like, and you know what, I will put a D tier. One thing I do like about it is that no, I'm putting an F. The audio I actually really like. The audio is pretty cool to me. I think it's a little disturbing, if that makes sense. But I don't think it's bad audio. I think it's just lacking movement, and it's just lacking quality. And the price 250 is way too much. I think the video also makes him look kind of short. I'll put him D tier. You know what? Yeah, I'll put him D tier. I don't think it's F tier worthy, but it's definitely close. I think if it just had head movement or mouth movement or both, I think it would have been fine. But the wings flapping is, I guess, okay, the movement, but the wings in general doesn't look good. I don't know. I don't like the design of it. It's just not my thing. But next is, I've been seeing back and forth with this one. And personally, I actually really like, this is a budget prop. His name is Two-Faced Teddy. I think he's good. I'm putting B tier. If maybe C tier actually, I don't know. I'm gonna put him because C tier is like mid, but I honestly just like his look. Obviously it's the budget prop for this year. He has the Poor George head sculpt. It's almost like just another Poor George like animatronic or prop. Like it basically is just almost the same thing. Like it has the same. If you get what I'm saying, you know. The audio is not great in my opinion. I don't like the laugh of him. I do like his look though. I like his suit that he wears. The head's honestly not that bad. The movement is pretty basic. It's just head turning. I'm really in between with B and C because I really obviously Electrified Corpse is better than him by a lot, but I just don't know. So maybe I'll put it C tier. I just don't know, guys. I really don't. I don't know. I'm pretty in between because I like him. Now I probably won't be picking him up, of course. I get lots of clown props. I mean, I basically got all the clown props last year, which there's only 3. Oh yeah, another weird thing is there's 6 clown props from what we know, I think, and that's twice as much as we got last year with the carnival. But I think it's because they changed the theme a lot or something like that. I heard something like that. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I think he's fine for what he is as a budget prop. I think people forget he's a budget prop. 130 is a little too much. I think like 100 is fine for him, but I think people kind of speculate way too much over a budget prop and they think of something crazy, but a budget prop is only gonna have 1 or 2 movement. Do I think he's as bad as Night Terror? Of course not. I still don't like Night Terror. I think people also forget that Night Terror also reused a 2023 M prop head sculpt, or you know, just sculpt with Lil Jack Carver, and I think people ignore that. I'll put it. He's not a great prop. That's the problem. This is like in the middle. Like he's not great, but he's not bad. Okay, next is gonna be Valak, which is one of the only licensed prop this year. I'm pretty sure there's like 3 or 4. I don't know. From what I remember, there's like 2 or 3, including Valak. I really like her. I like her movement. I like her audio. I like a lot of things about her. She's definitely detailed. I think her jump scare would be way better in person. I think what they showed in the video was just 50 cuts, and you couldn't really take a good look. So yeah, I think this will be like a better prop over time. So in my opinion, it deserves an A or S tier. Do I think it's S tier worthy? Yes. But do I think it'll be the best prop this year? I don't think so, guys. I think the other props we've seen in that one image, there's more interesting looking ones. In my opinion, there's the clowns, like Monkey Business, and also Fire Demon. But yeah, audio is fine. 300 for the price, definitely a bit, but it's a licensed prop. I kind of expected it. I think a lot of people expected it. So it's not horrible, but it's not that bad. I definitely see that the prices this year are a tiny bit better, but I'm not going to say too much because obviously we haven't really seen the crazy props. One thing I definitely noticed from this batch, why did I say this batch? One thing I definitely noticed from this year is that they kind of, for wave 1, the marketing's not great, by the way. The marketing this year kind of sucks. But what I realized is that this year, I feel like for the wave 1, they came out with probably maybe their most anticlimactic or overall bad props first, which I do think is smart, but also not. I think it's smart because then more people can get hyped, but already people are jumping into conclusions and saying this year is bad. But it's like, guys, we haven't even seen over half like the props this year, not even half. So I don't know. I think people are judging way too quick. I still have hopes for this year. I think it'll be good. Depends if I think it'll be as good as last year and the year before, though. Anyway, Silent Deadly Halfway to Halloween prop. I think that belongs in S, and you know what? I will move Valak S. For now. Again, I'll change it soon. And then I'm just not gonna add Pennywise because I don't know. I just don't care to. But Silent Deadly, what do I gotta say? He's a classic. He's great. He's not my. Wait a sec. I think I'm gonna move him A tier actually. He's still a great prop. Maybe I'll get him later this year. I gotta see. But I just like Valak a lot. And honestly, someday maybe if Mutant Sewer Rat grows on me, I'll probably move him up too. But yeah, so this is it. This is my Wave 1 tier list. Personally, I think there'll be changes made once I see him. I think maybe he can go higher. Maybe the owl could go lower. But I think where these two personally is at is perfect to me. But Valak and Silent Deadly are I'm kinda mixed on. But just for safety, I think this is fine for now. Silent Deadly's great remake. Nothing too much going on. Good price in my opinion. And probably one of the best return props you've ever gotten. But thank you guys. I'll be back to posting more videos. Maybe if more leaks comes out, like manual and stuff, I'll make videos on, like I did last year. Oh, and I want to thank you guys so much for like almost 30k views on that one video of me going to my stores. Thank you. I did not expect that. Huge surprise, and I'm actually only one away from 100 by the time I'm making this. So please go subscribe. I hate to ask that, and I probably won't ever again for a while. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.